What's up? It's your girl Simply Chic. No, it's not. It's your girl Chic
and Neek, and this is the Black Chicks and Shit podcast. Episode 6.
Okay.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Okay, so we are here. We had one of our subscribers give us a suggestion on what we should talk about, and we thought, girl, why not? Let's talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it.
So what are we talking about today?
Side chicks.
Side chicks. Side bitches.
Okay, so what is a side chick?
A side chick is someone, because you could be a male or a female, and you have a main girl, and you get a bitch on the side. It's a side chick.
Side chick. I'm not a side chick. I would never be a side chick.
Never.
I was a side chick before, come to think about it. I didn't like it at all.
Was I ever a side chick unknowingly? Let me see.
You probably would never know.
Probably would never know.
Because niggas be in whole, full-blown relationships, and you wouldn't even know.
I think I may have been a side chick at one point or another with an ex, which means that I was once the main chick, turned the side chick.
So how can I be labeled as a side chick and I don't even know I'm a side chick? Because men be lying, they be living double lives, and you honestly don't know. Like, a situation I had, I would say, looking back, I was a side chick, but I didn't know I was a side chick. I thought I was the main chick, but I was a side chick. So how can you differentiate the two? How do you differentiate this? Oh my God, I can't say it. What the? Oh Lord. I can't even say it. How do you differentiate? Whoa. Man, say it.
How can you differentiate me?
You said it just like me. Why it sound like Sheikah, Steve? What you drinking? We had too much Georgia Peach because I can't say the word. How can you tell the difference? Because I was a side chick and I didn't even know. So how can you tell the difference between the two? Like, how do you blame the woman for being a side chick and she don't even know? Because in my situation or whatever with the guy I was dealing with at the time, years ago, nothing recent. He was married, of course. I knew he was married, but he told me he was going through a divorce.
Right.
And to me, he was my man.
My man.
Like my main nigga. Like, Canucks, nobody could tell me anything because anything I needed, anything needed to be done, just anything. He showed up. He was there. Like, he was my provider.
He was.
So how can I, be faulted as a side chick and I didn't know?
I feel like if you don't know that you're a side chick, you're not considered a side chick in your eyes. But on the other end, you are considered a side chick.
A side chick and a homewrecker.
A homewrecker.
From that person. And that's not cool.
Yeah,
because looking on
he's the homewrecker.
Yes. Because looking on the situation back then and then looking at my situation now, if I was to find out that my husband had a side chick, it'd be two total different things because I'm in the know. But how do the side chick know that she's a side chick?
Yeah.
But nowadays, bitches so shady, they don't care.
They don't care. If the man being a provider and doing everything that they need them to do for them, baby, they like share him. But then they want to get in their feelings.
I agree.
They want to get in their feelings because they want more of him. Because as a woman, we're women. No matter how much you all try to act like y'all are not women and that you have. No matter how much y'all try to make it seem like y'all are hard, that y'all don't care. What is it, like city girls? Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Broke ass nigga give a fuck about.
Yeah,
but that's the front.
At the end of the day, we are all emotional human beings. Look at Young Miami. She act like she don't care, but then be sitting here, was in her fifis when it came down to Diddy having a baby, and she can say all day that she knew or whatever the case may be, but she was commenting. Baby girl was in her feelings because at the end of the day,
she was hurt because you're still human and that shit hurts. Like, no matter what you accept from a man, at the end of the day, when you go home and you by yourself, you're going to take that out. You're going to be taking all this in, like that shit hurts. Like nobody wants to feel that way or be treated that way. And I feel that, you know, if you know that you're a side chick, I feel like it's safe for you to get out of that, because you should know your worth. You should know better. You're worth more than that. I'd rather be alone than be with a man that's going to treat me like
100%.
that. Like, but if you accept it, a man only going to do what you allow them to do.
I hate when women will do that to other women. You know what I mean? Some women are used to being butthurt themselves, yet they feel like they don't owe it to another woman to not fuck with their man. You know what I'm saying? I am the total opposite. Like, I would never want to see a woman go through the pain and agony of a man cheating on them or lying to them. I would never participate.
I agree, because I'm the type of female, I'm calling you, I'm letting you know what's the deal, I'm sending you receipts, I'm setting this nigga up, I'm gonna have you on three-way, I'm sending you, man, I'm just not for it, because, and I can say that because I've been through it. Like, in that situation, when I tell you, baby girl knew everything. Like, I'm not gonna sit up and let you play me and her. Like, somebody gonna know the truth. But at the end of the day, like I said, a man is only gonna do what you allow him to do.
Absolutely.
And so when I seen the bigger picture that, oh, after all this stuff I sent her and show her, bills, money, vacations, you know, everything, and you still stayed, that's your choice. But I told you, and now I gotta back away from my sanity. But personally, if I got those same things from a woman, give me a friendship about my husband,
I'm done.
Bitch, it's over.
Done.
Like, so you couldn't take me where, but you just what? You just paid this bitch cardinal? Excuse? You know, it's a total no. So being a side chick and knowing and not knowing are two different things.
Yeah.
But I also say know your worth and know it's better out there. I'd rather be alone than be with someone that treats me like that.
This generation of women, though, the city girls. I mean, everybody's a city girl. Everybody's a Meg Thee Stallion. Everybody wants to. I mean, even though Meg don't. I feel like Meg promotes dogging a nigga and fucking them and all that type of shit. But city girls promote dogging a nigga and using them for their money and all that type of stuff. But both of them are in relationships. Like, Miami is not in a relationship with Diddy technically, but she's in a relationship. She claims, oh, we just do what we do. Baby, he do what he do, and your ass do him. Like, that's another thing. Majority of the time when you out here inside of these relationships that are not...
You got...
what were we talking about?
We just finished up the side chick shit.
Y'all need to know your worth. Do better. Do better, okay?
What? Okay, so yeah, like pretty much just know your worth when you're dealing with these guys, because these niggas literally are for everybody. You never know when you're a side chick, and not saying it's wrong to be a side chick or whatever, because I can't say that, because you don't really know. If you're, what about the female that don't know?
If you don't know, it's not wrong, because you're not doing something. You're not knowingly doing something wrong
right now.
But if you know,
yeah,
it's
like,
wrong for
if you know this nigga is married and you okay with fucking with a married man, you bogus.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
don't give a fuck.
I feel like even in a relationship, and a lot of people, look, I'm different. I feel like, you know how like in the government, marriage is a piece of paper. How everybody say marriage is a piece of paper. I personally feel like once you commit to this person and tell them, I'm gonna be with you, I'm not gonna do you wrong, I'm gonna be with you. You're telling me that we're together, we're not going to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, it's not a marriage, but I feel like in the eyes of God it is. Because back then it didn't have fucking papers to consider you married. Y'all were just together, you know?
Common law marriage.
Yeah, so I feel like if we agree to commit to each other and we say that we're together, once you break that commitment, you gotta deal with God, baby. And for women who, because a lot of women be like, okay, well he not married, so he's single. He's not married because he didn't get a piece of paper, but he's been with this bitch for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, that's terrible. I mean, even though they wouldn't get married after 12 years. After two,
what are we doing here?
2 years. You got, and I know someone I know someone who has been with that person for a very long time and they haven't gone anywhere. If we're not elevating, question your relationship. If your man ain't ready to take it to the next level because he just love you so much and he want to spend the rest of his life with you, and it's been over 5-10 years and you in your 30s and 40s, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we doing here?
Because I think the difference between men and women know when they really want to be committed and be with someone. As far as the man, they're never ready.
They're never ready.
Like,
but what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
The men, they want to play around. They want to be bachelors.
Exactly.
And they feel like every woman is not worthy of that. But once you get a wife, what made her worthy? It's like men, they see things different than women. Like, you know from day one, if you know this nigga you gonna be with.
Baby, I didn't picture my whole entire life with you.
Yeah, but a man looking at a piece of ass, what he can benefit from, and he's just having fun.
So what happens 10 years later?
Exactly. And then you're still there, that makes you a stupid bitch. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be in a relationship with a man for 10 years and he didn't propose to me.
What?
10 years?
What Nikki say?
You know what I could have done in them 10 years?
In 10 years of wasting my time with you.
And it's like you're holding yourself back.
You're holding me back.
And then you're still not trying to be in committed. Like, it takes you to know your worth. It is.
Yeah, because as you get older, on both parts, on men and women, as you get older, you really start to realize what it is that you want, what you can see in your future. You start to know what you want inside of your mate. Can you see that in me or not? Or are you just holding on to me? Like, I'm sorry. So for my future mans, you know.
Yeah, they always say a man is not ready for marriage, but I agree with that to a certain extent, because there are some men out there that know what they want and
want to get married.
They can't see anyone else
they want
with
a family.
them. Yeah,
they want the whole.
But then you have some men that just they don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen situations where a woman made a man a better person,
100%.
and they can't even thank her because they have this image that they just
or they feel like, oh, they want them a bad bitch, and you don't fit that bad bitch with the fake genetically body and stuff. And they look at social media too, and that's not a man I want. I want a man who loves me inside and out because I'm a dope ass girl. You know what I'm saying? And men be with dope ass women, and because of social media and society and all that type of stuff, they will shit on this dope ass woman because they're chasing a woman that they can't even afford.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that's ridiculous.
That's like one night only, and you will be lucky if she will fuck you, because it's crazy. Like, but that side chick shit,
it's a no for me, dog.
It definitely is.
I want to be cuddled up with my man, watching movies, going shopping.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be your biggest supporter, like
biggest cheerleader. Okay.
Yes, and it's vice versa. Like, it should play both ways. And if you feel like you're not getting that back, he's probably not the one for you.
He's probably not the one. And it'd be a hard pill to swallow. It's easier said than done. Like, we've all been in relationships where it was hard to leave because you feel like you love this person, you want to be with this person. But now at 32, it's a little bit easier for me to leave, for my body to leave. Mentally, sometimes it can be a little bit more hard. Like, you want to think that maybe there's something there. Maybe we can get it together. But, you know, at the end of the day, once you really start to see, like, it's in my last situation, you know, with him, it's like, it took a while. The whole entire time we were together, I was always thinking, are you using me? Are you using me? Are you using me? Are you using me? It took for me to really sit down with myself and analyze every single thing in our relationship for me to realize, bitch, he's using you. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you on if you're going to continue to let him use you, because my life was on hold. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I wouldn't have sex with nobody, because once I'm with you wholeheartedly. You know, so even when we had our bumps in the road, I was still with you. It took a long time. I still haven't had sex with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We're not even together. I've dated someone, but I still have not given my body to somebody else because of my commitment. He's probably out here doing every time Dick and Harry. You know what I'm saying?
That's a man.
While I'm sitting here, you know, stuck, you know. And it's just because I want the right person to come into my life and to not to take me away, because I'm away from that situation. I mean, we don't even live in the same state at this point. But I'm just not giving myself to anybody.
You're not wrong.
To just anybody. Like that, the guy I was talking to, remember I was like, oh, I think now the fuck, like he crazy. No. And if I give him this good, then they're gonna be even crazier. At the time.
Period.
No. So
I agree. So yeah, just wanted to touch up on that. We're gonna get into these 21 questions and see where they take us.
These are different ones?
Yes, I have it's a lot.
Let me go. Look at this pink. What is something you're addicted to?
Porn.
Really?
Yes, I'm addicted to porn. I love porn.
You know what? I'm just saying.
I'm addicted to porn. Like I love watching porn. I just like it.
Porn puts me to sleep.
What?
Porn gives me a good old nap.
Girl, I be on Pornhub. I literally just made me an account the other day because when I be on there, I find the videos I like, and you can't save them. So when I go back to look for those, it's like other ones you can't find. So I have to create an account to actually go to the ones I like.
Yeah.
But I am addicted to porn. I am.
That's crazy. Like for me, porn has always put me to sleep. I have an old friend who, we were young, probably like in elementary school for sure, and she was watching porn all the time. And for me, of course, at my innocent eyes, I can't watch it. But as I got older, like porn just never would do it for me. Like I'm the type of person where I get pissed off. I'll go to sleep because it doesn't do anything for me, but I'll get pissed off because I want to do it. Like if I'm with someone who I'm really fucking attracted to and I love you and all this other type of shit, oh baby, we're fucking all the time.
Right.
Like point blank here, I want to try everything. I want to experience everything that you have to offer, and I want you to teach me some things. I can teach you some things, and we're gonna get it cracking. But porn just don't do it for me.
I love it, and I love watching porn with my husband. Like after we're finished filming, I probably go watch porn with my husband now. Like yeah, like I like it.
Cheers to porn.
Pornhub.com. My favorite site.
I be trying too.
I love it.
They don't do it.
Okay.
Where was it?
How would you describe the ugliest thing in the world?
The ugliest thing in the world is not pure. And when I say pure, I mean intentional wise. Like the ugliest thing in the world for me, like you know how some people out here think that they can think that a certain person is just evil, or they don't like that person for whatever reason, but this person really tries to be a good person. Like they try to be, like I have people who think certain things of me that honestly are not true, you know? And it's like I try to be the nicest, and I try to be the pure, I try to give my best. So it's like I feel like the ugliest thing in the world is just not pure, and their intentions are not good. So if you have bad intentions, you're fucking ugly. You're disgusting to me.
Okay,
So,
I get that.
yeah, that's good. Could you be just a friend with an ex?
Absolutely not. No, all my exes are exes for a reason. We were emotionally connected, sexually connected, and me, for myself as a married woman, how can I be friends with that person that I have these memories and emotions with? Like, it's deeper than that. Like,
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. Like, I couldn't tell my husband, oh, Leo's coming over. Oh, Dre's coming over.
That's true.
Bitch, who? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like, no, but it's deeper than that as well. Like, because if you're my ex, we had some times together, and that's nothing I want to have in my present life. No, absolutely not.
See, for me, I'm not gonna say we could be friends. We can be associates, only if, because I've had two separate situations where my exes were in in their relationships aside from me, and both of these motherfuckers came to me crying.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, oh, we don't even need the time
Right.
here. So I've had 2 separate situations with exes where both of them had like old situations, and they would bring those situations to me, and they would be crying about them. Once you start crying about another motherfucker, to me, all feelings are off.
Dead.
Any feeling that I've ever had for you, and it's not even something that I do intentionally, I can't help it. I am no longer attracted to you in a sexual or that type of way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm looking at you like, bitch, man up.
Right.
Like, put some hair on your chest. Like, this bitch been cheating on your ass since whatever. Or this bitch was cheating on, like, man up. Once you start crying to me about somebody else, I'm no longer attracted to you. So
that.
you can vent all you want. You're not my friend, but we can be cool. And that's that.
Yeah, I can't.
You ain't come to my house.
Right.
We ain't doing none of that.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been involved in a threesome?
No, I'm too selfish for that. I said that in the last video, like episode number 5. Check it out. I'm too selfish. I cannot see a person, because I feel like, I personally, for me, I feel like if I was gonna be inside of a threesome, it should have been a while ago. Because anybody in my future is people that I care about, and I feel like I don't want to have a threesome with someone I care about. I prefer to have been my fun stage of life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, no. Because baby, if I'm over here riding that thing and then I see this bitch riding that thing, bitch, who you doing? What you doing over there? Girl, pissed. So no, I can't. I'll be pissed. We can't talk for a month now. Now we broken up.
Really?
Because I couldn't take it.
Okay, to piggyback off of that, what was the question? What was the question?
Can you do a threesome?
It was fine.
Have you ever done a threesome?
Have you ever? Yes, I actually have been in threesomes. Yeah, I like it. It was definitely female, male. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with it. I actually like it because it goes back to the stud situation. Well, it couldn't be a stud because I don't expect my person to be involved with a stud, but you know, if we're on the same page about the situation, yeah, I've had a few threesomes with my husband, and it's typically fine or whatever. Yeah, we enjoy it. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I feel like that's a personal decision.
I do feel that it's a personal decision, and you know, it is what it is. Not looking for a sister wife or anything, but would like a friend that we can do this with, and me and her just getting cool and we close, we going out talking.
But how far does that go? You know what I'm saying? How long can you be with this person? You know, just having fun and doing things, and you know what I'm saying, before you have to cut this person off because it's getting too deep. Like you expecting too much.
Now with that, I always say, like, I'm always, when I first meet a female, I'm always upfront with the person, because you know, you always ask them, what are you looking for? And you want to know what I'm looking for. Right. I'm not looking for a sister wife, but I am looking for a friend to hang out with, be cool with, and not saying it's always a fun time, but someone I can get to know. Like, we can be lifelong friends, so we just doing us.
Have you ever gotten into it with like an argument with your...
No, because it hasn't went that far. I don't expect, like, I feel like I should befriend the female. I don't expect me to be in Minnesota and she's at my house with my husband. No, that type of shit don't work.
Right. Hell no.
If this is my friend, this is someone I'm dealing with, any encounter you have with her, I should be there.
Absolutely.
But we definitely done that, and you know, it is what it is. I don't see anything wrong with it. But the moment that I see some funny shit going on, you already know how that's gonna go. So, but yeah, I don't see a problem with it for me.
Yeah. Ask the question with me. I remember.
I gotta pee. Do you remember your first true love?
I do. I haven't had many, but I do. I remember I was in love with this guy named Archie. We were together. He was on the basketball team. He was 6'9".
9.
He was 6'9" in high school.
Jeez.
And we were together for a few years. We were together like from my freshman and sophomore.
Where is Archie now? Where are they now?
Archie's married now. Yeah.
Archie?
So, yeah, I remember him. He wound up cheating on me. He cheated. He cheated on me. I remember I tried to forgive him, and it just didn't work out. It was like a little messy situation. I remember Archie, me and him, like, his mom was like really strict, so he couldn't like leave the house. This big ass boy rather, couldn't leave the house with his mom. Now that I'm grown, I understand she was protective of him. But I remember he had moved on with this other girl, right? And we would go to the basketball games at Farragut. Just be a vibe.
You went to Farragut?
Hell no, I didn't go to no Farragut.
Oh, I'm like, you went to Farragut? That's Northwest, right?
No, Farragut is out west. Yeah, I went to Von Stephen. Thank you. But I used to be at Farragut so much that people really did think that I went to Farragut. Like their basketball games, everything was just like top tier, like bomb. It used to be just real dope. So I would go to all his basketball games and whatever. Me and my friends did go to Farragut. So he was with this girl, Isha. Remember when everybody used to have like the name, like the belts that had the names that'll roll around? So she was like obsessed with him. So she was, she had like a group of friends. And they would like talk shit towards me. And I told her ass, bitch, keep it up and I'm gonna take your man. And that bitch thought that I was playing. Come here.
Archie?
Took his ass right the fuck back.
Okay.
Left her ass like, left her. I'm sorry, Isha.
Isha, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Okay, so for me, I do remember my first love ever. His name was Lamar. West Side Chicago. Many years ago.
They ain't never shit.
What'd you say?
They ain't never shit.
The West Side nigga?
No, West Side nigga. I'm from the West Side.
Yeah, I was going to Westinghouse at the time.
You went to Westinghouse?
I went to Westinghouse and I got into trouble and I moved to Minnesota and I went to Harding High in Minnesota.
Well, I didn't know that.
But yeah, I went to Westinghouse and Lamar was my first love. Yeah, we had a lot of good times together. I remember him, he was a really sweetheart. I cheated on him.
You ain't shit.
And not shit at all. I cheated on him from a north side nigga that it wasn't shit. Period.
North side.
And then it's
North side dudes always think that they're hard. Chicago North side dudes always think that they're hard, but they don't. When they come into a South side nigga or a West side nigga,
it's so funny. Yes. But yeah, I did. Lamar was my sweetheart. He was like my first real boyfriend. Like he knew my family, my mom loves him and everything.
Aww.
I started going up north with my god sister Karen and I met this guy from up north. Cheated on Lamar. He's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm at my sister's house, and always every weekend I'm over there. Fuck you doing over there or whatever. And then so that's how we ended. And then after that got old, he found up. End up finding him a new girl or whatever, and then you know, of course,
now I'm jealous.
I want to call him like, where you at? What fuck you mean where I'm at? He with his new bitch, and man, it was so crazy. And I remember,
now your heart broke.
Yeah, because of shit I did, and it was so funny. Like me and my friends speak about this to today. My friend Shanette, we had like these umbrellas we got from Marshall Field, right? It was like some really good umbrellas. I left my umbrella in his car, and I'll find any excuse, any reason to call him like, I need my umbrella, nigga, like my umbrella right now. Girl, oh my god, I used to stalk this nigga. I used to go trick-or-treating, like take the kids trick-or-treating to his mama house, like just to try to see him. Like it was so crazy, but yeah.
I've said after you've done wrong.
Yes, that's so crazy. But yeah, no regrets about life, but that's one thing like I wish I would have never did, because me as a grown woman right now and thinking about the situation, like I should have never did that. But it is what it is. It happened. I mean, I was 16, 17, but yeah, that was my first true love.
Aww.
Yeah.
What did you say his name was? Jamar?
His name is Lamar.
Sorry, Lamar.
Sorry.
What's going on with Lamar?
What do you mean what's going on with Lamar?
What's it like? I told you Archie is like, he's married. What's going on with Lamar?
I don't know. I know he owns a barber shop out west.
Okay.
He's a barber. He owns a barber shop. I do know that he was married prior to now. I know he's divorced.
Baby, Facebook and social media tells us all.
It does. We're not friends on any social media. I think I'm his friend on Instagram though. Yeah, he owns a barber shop. He's doing really good for himself. He's always been you know, a self-driven person. Like shout out to him for real, because I know he's probably watching maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Lamar.
But yeah, if you watching, like, I apologize. You know, that was wrong. But you know, I was 16.
She ain't shit, Lamar.
I ain't shit. I was 16. I'm 37 right now. That was years ago, but that was definitely
a change woman.
I am. That's why I'm married. I love my husband. Okay. But yeah, that was him. Next question. Okay, so who in your life that you know is your biggest fan?
My babies. My son.
So cute.
When he found out we were doing, he found out we were doing a podcast because he saw the microphones.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh, you're doing a podcast?
Really? You got a Yeti?
Yeah." He was like, "You got a Yeti?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, I wish you all." What did he say? Like, "I wish you good luck on your podcast." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like, he is my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. Like, he wants to see me do well. Like, anything that I tell him, like, I told my son that we were gonna get us a Tesla Model X when he was 4. He still remembers.
Really?
He still remembers. He'll be like, "Are we getting a Model X?" No, we still working on it. I'm still working on it. And I'm like, "Well, mommy may want something different." He's my biggest supporter.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Next.
Next on the docket. Who do you think owes you the biggest apology and why?
Okay, for me, I think who owes me the biggest apology is probably my birth father, because I actually still don't know who the fuck it is. I've been looking for this person, I want to say over 10 years now. I even signed up for, what's that, Heritage DNA and all this. I've been really looking for him because what I do know is I have like 5 sisters. And you know, I'm the only child. Well, my little sister is 17, and I want to meet my siblings. I want to know these people, and I feel like I was cheated out of that part of my life to know him and to know my siblings. So I feel like that is the person that owes me the biggest apology in life, period.
Like, you know who he is?
I have a sense of it. Like, I do remember meeting him when I was like, literally remember when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Being in the Ottaway Wells with my mama, I remember seeing this guy. She said, "That's your dad." That was the only time I ever seen him. So I don't know. Like, I know his name is Chico. I know his name is Gregory Wright. I've been on Facebook for years. Like, people in my life that I've dealt with in past experience been trying to help me find him. I've been to like a lot of measures. I know a lot of people from the low end that I actually work with now that may know him that try to help me as well. But no, I can't say I don't know who this man is, but he's someone that I've been trying to find for the past 10 years.
That's so not fair.
And I don't know. Like, I think if anyone, he owes me the biggest apology because I feel like I was cheated out of that portion of my life to know my siblings. And because everybody that knows me know I would want to have a big sister. Yeah. Like, that's all I ever wanted. Like, and I have 5 big sisters. And I don't know these bitches. Like, I want to know y'all. Like,
how do you know you have 5 though?
My mom knows. He has 5 girls before me.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Yes, so my mom knows that, but then it irritates me because every time I ask my mom a question about it, she gets irritated. Like, he did something to her or something. She's like, I don't know. Like, just get irritated. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I try to take it in my own hands. Yeah. I did the Heritage DNA and, you know, all this type of stuff, but I comes up with nothing.
I'm going to piggyback off of that because I know with my dad, I've always grown up to I know who my dad is, right? Right, wrong. But when I was younger, like a teenager, I would tell my mom, like, this cannot be my dad. All of my siblings look like him. I'm tall. Like, I'm taller than my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only 5'7". Everybody look like him. Like, this cannot be my dad. But I would like just be saying that, because I don't know, something about it just always told me, like, that's not my dad, is it? You know? It wasn't until I was 25 when my mom showed me a picture on Facebook and said, "This is your dad." A whole other man, 25 years. And I was just like, "Girl, you lying." Like, thinking she just playing. She's like, "No, I'm serious." So I reached out to him, emailed, like, messaged him on Facebook and was like, "Hey, so my mom telling me that you wanted, like, is it true?" And whatever. And for a year, I didn't hear nothing back. For a whole year. And then he finally had messaged me back, and I went and met him, which is dangerous, and he was sickly. he was sickly. And I was just like, okay, well, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? And he tried to reach out to me a few times, and when he tried to reach out to me, I was just like, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me anymore. Like, I don't care to know really who my dad is. Like, it's fucked up that she lied to me all these years. You know, it is what it is. He wound up passing away. He passed away, and I broke down because I felt like
I remember that.
Yeah, I felt like you were trying to reach out to me, and I kind of denied you of that. And it was because I just was protecting my own feelings. Like, I didn't want to get attached or anything because I'm an adult. And, you know, it's women. Make sure y'all are choosing y'all baby daddies wisely. Like, at least make sure that they're going to be around enough so that the child can know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you sat here and told me that for years that this man was my father, knowing that there was a possibility that he wasn't. And when when we spoke, he told me that he remembered my mom telling him that she was pregnant, but they agreed to like get an abortion. And he said he didn't talk no more, and all he knows is she had a fucking child. He just, the type of person he was, he wasn't gonna ask.
Right.
It is what it is. And it was just like, I wanted to do my dad know that. Like, do you know that I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you just was like, oh, okay. Like, fuck it, I'll take your child. Like, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the backstory to it, but it's like, all you bitches ain't shit.
Right.
Like, all y'all are fucked up because, like, why would you want to do that? So it's like, maybe it's a blessing that, you know, we really didn't know, or to this day I still don't know.
That's
you know?
crazy.
And he has a daughter. We're the same age, and that's why he didn't want to claim me, because he had a girlfriend who.
So do you know this daughter?
I know her. We met before. We wound up meeting. She lives in Alabama. Hey, Treasure. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So we wound up meeting, and what's crazy is a lot of people was just like, you look just like him. You look like, Treasure looks like her mom. Everybody kept saying, like, you look like him. I don't see it because obviously I'm just like, whatever, you know. But he had another child as well. All Treasure's life, she's been the only child until he passed away and found out about these other two kids. So he has a younger, like, supposedly I have a younger brother. I mean, I've met him. I met the younger brother at his funeral. He's actually a junior, but he was a teenager. So maybe it's a blessing that we didn't know. Who knows?
Right.
You know? Who knows? But y'all gotta do better.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all have to do better.
Yeah, you know, just to top on that, I do feel like the person that owes me the apology is my father. Although there was a man in my life that I did look to as my father. His name was Alfred. People know him as Kirk. It was my mom's like longtime boyfriend. He was in a wheelchair, but everyone knows him. Like, anyone in my life knows Alfred. But he was a pervert. He was a pervert. I think my mom been with him since like '92, and we were living up north. He lived up north as well, and when my mom moved from there, she moved with him. And so I was living with my grandmother at the time out west. So my mom was always for the streets. My mom was a party girl. Mimi was a party girl. Like, she's every weekend she just,
I don't get that vibe at all. Really?
Mimi was a party girl. That's why I live with my grandmother.
That explains why you have such a close bond with your grandmother.
Yes, I call my grandmother my mother, and anybody that knows me know that I will go to hell and back for my grandma. Like, I don't play with Claudia at all. Like, that's my mama.
Right.
And so living with Alfred, I'm not gonna say I lived with him, but I was there majority of the time. And this one we lived on Orchard and North Avenue, and he was like a pervert. Like, you know, like, I'll have my friends, he lived in an apartment building, and like my friends will come over, and like every time I have a girlfriend come to his apartment, he'll be in his room, and then every time I have company, he'll turn on music, and you know the old song, "We Some Freaky Motherfuckers." When I tell you, and now, well, as I got older, I noticed it, but then I didn't.
Right.
It's like he will always play that song.
Wow.
Always. And he'll just be singing it, and like, I'll lick the motherfucking back door, and we're not paying no attention to it. It didn't matter.
An older guy, you're
it's
chilling.
like, oh, whatever. I'm 14, 15, like, whatever. But until, you know, all these things he was saying and, you know, the little comments he'll make, I'm not thinking of them. I'm like, whatever. But until one day, I remember, I think my mom went out to a party. And I went in the kitchen. He was washing dishes. And mind you, it's like a little apartment, so it's small.
Right.
He's washing dishes. I went into the refrigerator to get something to drink. And he touched me. He like touched my butt. And my thing was, how the fuck do you make a mistake and touch me? You're washing. You're in a wheelchair. You're washing, so you're this way. The refrigerator is behind you. How the fuck you touching my butt or whatever? And I remember calling my cousin Tanya. Hey, Tanya. I remember calling her, crying, like, he just touched me. And she was like, what you mean? And I'm explaining to her, and I had to, you know, think about the situation. Like, you know, I just noticed, like, all the things he say and do. Every time my friends come over, he's always making these little comments or whatever. And, like, within the next hour, she called my auntie. They came and got me. I packed all my shit because I'm like, he like, no, I didn't touch my hand, slip and fell. How the fuck did your hand slip and fall? You're in a wheelchair. You're facing this way in the sink. The refrigerator's behind you. How the fuck you slip and fall and touch me? And ever since that day, I looked at him different. But I always looked at him as a father figure because he was always a person as a father to me.
Right.
Like, he took care of me. He did anything, everything for me. But he was a pervert, and like, he always made these little, you know, sexual passes at my friends. And at that moment, I realized what was going on. But I never would have thought, but he was a pervert or whatever. I remember he used to just like, always like, because at that point, I just remember like all the shit he used to say. I'm like, wait a minute or whatever. And then, you know, telling my mom about it. I had the type of mom back in the day. She'd be like, what? Like, whatever. You know how they brush you off. And then there was a situation with my auntie. She told my mom that he made a sexual pass at her. And she fell out with my auntie about it. Like, my mom was one of them, like, girl, what you mean? Yeah. And that was a big deal. And then I came into the mix with it. And that's when I left, went back out with my grandma. But yeah, I'll never forget that. So I guess that goes back to a question, you know, about the topic we was talking about. What is something you never forget? That's one of the things I'll never forget. And to this day, well, I don't talk to him anymore, but the beginning, maybe mid 2022, I found out my friend Treese, she told me, because her dad lives in the same building as him, and she told me that he was in the hospital. He was like in a nursing home. He's not doing good. So me, the person I am, like, this is my dad. I need to see what's going on and see okay. So I found out what nursing home he was in. I called his sister. I went to go see me and Byron actually went to the nursing home. And he, right now, I think he has cancer actually, but he didn't really tell me. I did everything I could. Like, I went, I brought him food. Anything he asked of me, I was there. Yeah. I was at his bedside, you know, just being there for him because this is just the type of person, like, he's been there for me my whole life. Yeah. Not even acknowledging the fact that, you know, the shit that he done to me. And he never physically, like, raped me or anything. But as far as touching me and making sexual passions at me and my friends, but I definitely showed up for him. And yeah, that was kind of crazy. But I haven't spoken to him in a couple of months because I feel like he was trying to take advantage of some situations. He asked him if he needed anything. He's like, oh yeah. He was like, he called me one day like, you think I could borrow $50? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'll bring it to you. He called me the next day. Oh, can you bring me some bleach? I'm like, okay. Then he asked for some groceries. Okay. Then he asked for some washing powder. Okay. And can you bring me a roll of quarters? I say, well, what the $50 for? Why do I need to bring you detergent, bleach, food, and wash, and the $10? And ain't that what you need it for? So it's like, so I kind of cut that situation off. But yeah, it's a long history with him. So that is a person. I just wanted to piggyback off that as far as the father figure and something as well. I never forget. That's one of the situations that always stuck with me.
Sucks.
It definitely does, but whatever.
Men are such pigs.
Yeah, so yeah, just wanted to touch on that.
Yeah. Next question.
Next. Okay.
I guess we kind of been talking for a while anyways, though.
Yeah, we've been talking for about 2 hours. You know, when the liquor get in the system, ain't no telling. It's like you just go on and on. Because I got like four sets of 21 questions. Yeah, so we did all of those.
Oh wow, this shit got deep though.
It did. It was some good topics.
For sure. All right, well, I guess we'll kind of wrap it up. All right. Thank you all for tuning in to the Black Chicks and Shit podcast. Go ahead, check out our previous posts, episodes 1 through 5. And Dominique?
Yeah, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Follow us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. We also have a TikTok page at BCS Podcast _. At TikTok. We don't have a Facebook page, but we do have Instagram.
It's the same thing, at BCS Podcast _.
Yeah. And you know, just like, share, comment, give us your feedback, let us know what you think, let us know if there's any topics we can probably talk about. And yeah, just want to definitely thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. And yeah, this is episode 6. Until next time, bye.